I saw the check, nigga. Huh?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I saw the check, nigga. Huh?
That's enough. Put down the mic.
Sensational.
You, nigga! Payola!
Warning: the Federal Communications Commission has determined the following content to be emotionally harmful. Snowflakes should not view this content under any circumstances, even if supervised by a G.I. Joe, Navy SEALs, Army vet, or someone with good common sense. The views and opinions expressed, including the depictions of persons of color, corrupt politicians, white people with or without a tan, haters who have yet to brush their teeth typing angrily in the comment section with hot breath syndrome, do not reflect any official policy or position of the U.S. government. This program contains graphic language, dark comedy, unique intelligence, creativity, a high credit score, and high blood pressure when triggered. This program has also been accused of racism, violence, misogyny, mansogyny, feminism, MGTOWism, defacement of celebrities, and of course, being a bully. Welcome to Thought Crimes.
Welcome. This is Thought Crimes. This is your girl Sincere, and I'm here with.
Hey, yo, this is your man, Prince Solomon. P Solo in the building, all right? You know, we here on a Sunday, too, by the way. This is Sunday service. Sunday service. Without any of the cheap robes. Some of the homeless robes that they have. Sunday service.
We got to get you to the Greek.
Yes.
We got to get you to the Greek, Prince.
No, you don't. I don't know what that means.
Well, Get Him to the Greek is a movie by Jonah Hill and Russell Brand, where they were talking about the egg test that Jonah Hill had to put the egg in his ass if he wanted to get to the power. And Diddy was also in that film because Jonah's character said, wait a minute, I have to put an egg up my ass to get power. And Diddy said, if you want to get power, all you got to do is stick the egg up your ass. And also Russell Brand's character was the one who was bringing Jonah Hill's character to Diddy. But we're not going to showcase that clip until Patreon. 5:30 p.m. Join us on Patreon so we can show y'all the clip. This is what Suge Knight was talking about when Cuomo was cutting him off.
Oh, Cuomo.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Suge Knight was talking about the egg test that exists in the industry.
What did Cuomo say? Well, I don't want to talk about that right now. How do you feel about Puffy being arrested? Y'all saw Cuomo talking on top of Suge. All right. I don't want to talk about that.
They don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Get Him to the Greek. You know what's crazy about this film? I did not watch it because Russell Brand was in it. I remember this. Like, I've seen some Jonah Hill work. He's not the funniest guy to me, but it's kind of like, he's kind of in between, I think on a lower end, the lower tier version of Seth MacFarlane and a very knockoff depowered Chris Farley.
I agree.
Yeah, so
and he has none of the charm as them.
Yeah, so I saw Diddy was in this, but I still didn't. It didn't pull me to go watch it. But I never watched this film.
Well, the interesting thing around 2009
was this like the watered down versions of Knocked Up and Superbad.
Pretty much.
I think Superbad was the height of Jonah Hill's situation, right? Superbad.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either though.
I remember Superbad.
The only one.
Which one was Pineapple Express? All them things was blending together.
Yeah, the only one that... Yeah. They all blend in together. But I will say this. That what's interesting is Russell Brand was hanging around Puff from 2009 all the way to 2012 and a little bit actually after that. So... basically, you have a lot of these white Hollywood elites that are just trying to throw Diddy under the bus, including Diddy boss's Lucian Grange that was in the Little Rod lawsuit before he was removed. UMG and Lucian Grange was in the lawsuit. I repeat, before UMG and Lucian Grange was removed. But what's interesting is I am very happy that a lot of platforms are starting to get on board. and talk about these white elites that are trying to pretend that they were never a part of the party. You see,
Talking about like they did Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Russell Brand is baptizing people now.
What is he doing?
Fake hobo Jesus.
That is an evil Shaggy. That man is an evil Shaggy. I don't care what anybody says. Russell Brand is a evil Shaggy, an evil Dusty Foot philosopher. Okay. Oh, you guys, y'all got me. So y'all said that Pineapple Express was Seth MacFarlane. No, with Seth Rogen. Okay. Damn, so I don't watch nothing with Jonah Hill in it.
Jonah and Seth and the other guy who was accused of a sexual assault.
James Franco.
They were all running around with each other.
But, I don't know, okay, real quick, I know this is off the point, but because I'm trying to get these boys straight, right? We know that cricket is the letter S, Bumpy Johnson. But what films, what are the good films that Jonah Hill was in?
I don't really care. I don't even know.
I don't know. I'm just saying because I'm trying to. Because if I say a film, then I know I must be talking about Seth Rogen.
They're fat and white.
That's all I know.
They look the same.
Okay.
So I get the confusion.
You get the confusion, right?
Right.
Okay, then. Thank you. Because he's like this slow brother, right?
Right.
Okay.
But they all was running around with each other. They were also in them occult circles as well.
They were doing all that pink cocaine together.
Yeah, that
ketamine shit.
That little devil thing that he was doing on the cover of the of Get Into the Greek is something that Lady Blah Blah was doing.
Woman Blah Blah
was doing with what's the damn actress that was in that movie with Lee Daniels when she was having sex with a guy 40 years younger than her.
Oh, you talking about Miriam, whatever her name is. Miriam, she y'all know who she is. Miriam something. She's the old white woman.
So here's a weird thing.
A lot of folks got a thing for.
At the award show, Lady Gaga just does the sign that this guy is doing, Russell Brand on the cover.
Okay.
And she just does it back, and they don't even say nothing to each other. They just don't bop bop and keep walking. So
who let Russell Brand into America though? Like, how did he get here? Like, what was his foray? Did he make music that was knocking? Like, how did he? Why is he a thing here?
He was considered a perverted comedian out there in the UK.
Oh.
Then he came across the pond and hooked up with Diddy and other people who were considered to be wild party boys.
Because he's like a secular Milo Yiannopoulos.
You're hitting on the nose more ways
that
than
Pope
one.
hat on.
Well, he's not. He's a Christian now, who is baptizing people.
Yeah, I always wonder. I always wonder how did he become a thing here? Because some of the guys they put on the radar, like I usually see how they're trekking here, but like all of a sudden, Russell Brand was just. He was just here. Like I followed Ricky Gervais from over the waters until he got it.
He did the egg test, Prince. That's why he was
shit
there.
Sounds nasty.
And again,
now I don't want to eat eggs anymore.
Just to let everybody know, it's an initiation that Suge Knight talked about.
All right.
Now this is something as much as Prince and I have talked about the industry. Prince and I have had no idea about this egg test.
Well, okay. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Can I interrupt a black woman?
Go ahead.
Okay. I've passively heard about this from passively reading on certain Masonic books. And then I didn't know anything else beyond the egg test, but you can go ahead. So I'm not going to say I knew exactly what they were doing, but I heard that there's an egg test, but move on.
We did not know that they were putting eggs up people's asses.
No, not in their butts.
Suge Knight, basically, because what you're talking about is different.
Yes. Who, me?
The egg representing the infinity sign in occultism.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I know what you're talking about, but you can go ahead and let them know about the universal egg, right?
Right. When y'all see the universal egg or the occultism about the infinity and all that and maturation, this is not the same egg.
No.
Their initiation was
sex worker shit.
Was people putting an egg in their rectum. This is according to Suge Knight.
You using a scientific term, saying you gonna wait till we curse on Patreon.
I'm saving my curse words for Patreon.
Yes, Lord, my baby's getting saved today. Go ahead.
So they put the egg up their rectum, and if their butt is loose enough, then once it gets really loose, then that's when they are supposed to be able to get into the power whatever these industry holders had. Now, Suge Knight was the first one to publicly say this to everybody, at least that I know of.
Yep.
And then people started to dig, and then that's when you discovered and came across the movie with Joyner Lucas. Joyner Hill.
Stop telling on people.
With Joyner Hill. Well,
Okay, we'll
Joyner
leave
Hill.
him alone. Let's leave it alone,
Yeah.
Sid. Let's
With
stay
Joyner Hill.
focused here.
Usually I have a slip up that means somebody else involved.
Somebody doing something else.
All right, so Joyner Hill
Yes.
and Russell Brand was in this film where they were also talking about in 2010 the egg test, which Suge Knight verified that is a real thing, and Diddy was in the movie. Now, this is an important thing for everybody to keep impressed. Why are you so fucking stupid? Why are you putting that on the screen? So, with this test, this is a initiation to get into the seat of power, so you could get money and fame and so on and so forth, right? This is what was talked about by Suge Knight, and when he talked about the Lucian Grange, the Clive Davis, but all the other ones too that are involved in this type, allegedly involved in this type of behavior. Now, one of the reasons why we're going to be having this conversation in depth on our Patreon is because we can really get into it, show you the movie clips, for y'all to really understand what we're talking about here, because we've been talking about Russell Brand for years. I can't stand that piece of shit. He's pretending to be this savior, conservative voice, and all this stuff. He's running from allegations, guys. Anytime you see somebody in that space tries to run to God, right, after being caught on camera doing God know what, they're not running to God because they really are trying to change their life. They're trying to run from their karma and their punishment because of their bad behavior. What's up, Brandy Kane in the building, in the chat?
Kane is in the building.
So y'all keep that in mind. But Prince, what do you think about all of this? Because at 5:30 p.m. we're heading over to Patreon. Prince, what's your thoughts about this? About Adam 16? Shout out to Tasha K. We saw her on her Instagram. She posted Little Pump talking about, yes. Shout out to Tasha K. She had a clip of Lil Pump.
Yes.
Basically saying that Adam 22 was having sex with 16-year-old girls allegedly along with him. Now, he said he was 16 at the time when he was doing his sexual activity with other teenagers, and he said Adam 22 would record him having sex with teenagers, and he would participate in also having sex with underage girls. Those are the allegations from Lil Pump. So there's a lot on our Patreon we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, so, this is what's going on right now. Now, okay, taking it back to Suge Knight, and I can't remember which specific podcast number. I know it's within the past 3 episodes of Suge Knight's most recent podcast. And remember, guys, I was breaking it down why Suge Knight said, for other reasons too, he says, of course, due to his own immaturity at the time, right, and his hyper competitiveness. But he also said that deals were being cut up under him where certain men within the organization would go in the room with other men who did not look like them and make sexual oaths with them. So he says anything I say about let's making more money, but if y'all go into these sex cults with these other groups of people, he said there's you guys is like literally you're backdooring folks figuratively and literally, to be honest with you. And if people are making deals with their body parts, mouth, backside, front side, top, whatever it is, hands, whatever you think, feet or whatever, then, ladies and gentlemen, you have no pull over that. If you're saying, hey, you want to get money together, they're like, well, I'm getting money with these guys. Not only that, but these people have the protection from their complexion, and those things are going to be taken into consideration,
right,
being granted into these said organizations. Just to put that out there,
nut bonding is
that's what they're doing. So that's what Suge Knight actually talks about on this podcast. Now, as far as again going back to the likes of Russell Brand, you know, Sin asked me one time on our live stream, if you guys recall, she says, "What celebrity that you do not like?" And Russell Brand came to my spirit. But this is before all this stuff broke out about him and this other stuff.
But we always knew he was a pervert and had allegations towards him, though.
I have a problem with us having this pseudo subjective culture. You know, what's funny to you? It's not funny to me. That is true, but when we're elevating people to status of hilarious, there should be a general consensus that if I find it funny, then you will find it funny. It's like Robin Williams, or it's like the Martin Lawrence show. You know, most people that watch Martin will say it is funny, right? But I didn't understand why Russell Brand was here. It didn't make sense to me. And I usually, if I see someone that is elevated to a hilarious level in comedy and they don't make me laugh, I'm not saying, oh, I don't find that. No, it's not that. It's not like Godfrey. You know, the people that'll find Godfrey funny, but then there's people that I know that say, I don't think he's funny, right? But the way they were doing Russell Brand, they're like, everybody agrees he's funny.
I do agree that Russell Brand was never funny.
Yeah.
I'll even give the little fat twins some credit. That Knocked Up and a few SNL skits and stuff was funny, but Russell Brand never made me laugh, not even a little bit.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with me concerning Jonah Hill. I don't know if he's doing comedy, dramedy. I don't know what he's doing.
He's more of a dramedy guy.
Yeah, but he's not funny at all. He's even less funny to me than Russell Brand, and I've never laughed at anything with Russell Brand. So when I see that whole space of Russell Brand and the Hills, and I usually in the back of my head, and this is just me, I usually think sex cult parties in Hollywood.
Well, that's the whole point. It is the sex cult parties, and also Suge may not be lying about nothing about a sex tape with J-Lo being out, because remember, 50 Cent already told y'all years ago that Diddy was passing around sex tapes of Cassie.
You didn't talk about that for 10 years.
Yeah, about with Cassie on it, and talking about how, look at her butt, look at this, you know, should I still be with her? Like, he's a weirdo. So he probably was doing it with J-Lo as well, probably disrespecting Kim Porter. Although J-Lo is not an innocent party, though, allegedly, you know. Y'all know about the energies that she be messing with in that industry. Oh, man, there's so much to talk about. We have clips and everything, but that will be on our Patreon. As I told you at 5:30 p.m. I moved it up. First it was going to be at 7 o'clock p.m., but I moved it up to 5:30 p.m. where we're going to really be talking about this. And yes, they even had Russell Brand on Nickelodeon. Now, let me tell you something. If someone's a hybrid, they do some dark humor, but they also have properties only for children, okay, maybe. But why would Russell Brand be on Nickelodeon when he does nothing that is even appropriate for children? He doesn't have any type of property that is child friendly, but yet he was able to be on Nickelodeon. Where's that Illuminati button?
Well, you know, that's them. It's because he's funny looking. Because he looked like a lot of them kids' mothers, you know. Because he looked like a Men in Black alien in disguise. I know why they put him there.
Here comes the Man in Black.
But when I see the Russell Brands and, you know, and the reason why I'm saying this, look, and it's not really my type of comedy, personally. I'm going to be honest with you all. But even with the big news boys that did I'm on a Boat, you know, some of their stuff was funny to me. And I was waiting to see if Russell Brand, because I tried to watch even some of his little rap videos and see what he was doing. I said, I don't get it. I just think sex cult party.
Why they always like people who are very inappropriate being around children?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. And yes, we know about the Nickelodeon's allegations with pedophilia and being discussing with children. But remember,
that's why he's over there.
Old Saint Nick. This is something Beemore and I talked about. We was going to do a video on it. I'm sorry we never got to it, but we will get to the video where we was supposed to dissect what the name Nick meant and how it can also be in certain interpretations connected to Satanism.
Yeah.
But also I want to be clear. I'm not doing Satanism like how everybody be Satanism. Everything's Satanism. No, not all everything in occultism is Satanism. But yes, certain things are.
That's an aspect of occultism.
Yes.
There you go. It's just
very broad spectrum when it comes to esoteric knowledge and occultism.
Now, you can argue though with all of this culture talk that look, I'm going to be honest with you all. If you go back to some of the origin talking points of, let's just say, grander Hollywood and the music industry of the 60s. Okay, there's two specific individuals that kind of get things going. Okay, but they do take in ancient occultic teachings and then they spin it for what later becomes, what goes on in Laurel Canyon and in the music industry and the movie industry with Rosemary Baby and all that still bleeds on today with him, Russell Brand, and the stuff we see Lil Uzi Vert doing. Okay, it's all the same thing. But look, I'm going to be honest with you. For those people that are like, I don't do nothing satanic. Actually, this whole culture that we're all a part of, that people fight to be number one in, to talk about me. Yes, I'm the top bitch. I'm the top nigga. I run shit. I'm top G. It's a selfish culture that is, by its definition, across the board, no matter what race you are, right? That is a satanic culture.
Right, and
just to put that out there, because I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to, but I'm like, you kind of already knee deep in it. Okay, just to put that out there, but go ahead, Sin.
And to dissect the name Nick, if your name is Nick, that does not make you evil, okay? So I don't want you to look at yourself, am I evil? No, because your name is Nick doesn't make you evil, but Nick has just been associated with the devil in mythology, in Saint Nick, and in other interpretations, but it does not make you yourself evil just because your name is Nick. Now, an example of this was actually on Netflix where they had Wes Craven's mini series. What was it called that we watched? The mini series with Wes Craven with they were going with the witch and they were running from the Solomon Seals and stuff, where they did the demonic witchcraft and they cursed a town. So, Fair Street. Now, if y'all watch Fair Street from Wes Craven, it was actually really good. Now, this is not going to help with the name Nick. The guy who thought that they thought. If they watch it, you don't. Oh.
Yeah, no spoilers, Sin. Let's go watch Fair Street.
But that's a part of that was going to be a part of our esoteric breakdown.
Well, tell them spoilers.
Fine. Go watch Fear Street.
There you go.
The miniseries. Go watch Fear Street. I'm not going to say nothing because y'all may watch it. I'll put it in the chat for y'all. It's called Fear Street. Watch all 4 parts. And then on our Patreon, we will have an esoteric breakdown and how we also connect it to Nickelodeon. But we'll talk about that
later.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, so for those people and even some of the churchy folks, I have no problem with you all, but I'm just going to tell you, y'all may see Uzi Vert and you see him upside down with a pentagram on his stomach. I get it. It looks crazy, right? But all of it is satanic because it's a selfish culture. It's about self before everything else. I got to get mine. Even listen to what people say. I got to get mine. You got to get yours. Yo, man, did your girl get a... Hey, man, I got mine. You better go get hers. So that's why it's easy for people to submit to these authorities of this realm. Like, look at Diddy at the height of... All of those people that are really running like that at the top are the most selfish. That's what they do. Look. I'm yo man. Can you help me write this song? You know what? Not only you help me, I'm gonna take the credit for everything too.
Why would you care about other people when you could put an egg in your ass to get power?
There you go.
Fuck them.
Yeah,
that's what they tell them. They tell them to fuck them.
Yeah. Oh man, that's your crew y'all came here with, but you the star.
Fuck them. That's your best friend.
Who cares?
Fuck him.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, I love my religious people. I have no problem with it. We all grew up there, right? Baptist, the Southern.
So did T.D. Jakes.
Right? But hey, Satanism. How we swallowed.
Swallowed.
Right? So the culture that people keep talking about, even though people have their complaints, it's predicated on selfishness. This is why you get situations where people are like, hey man, you took my shit.
Well, that's because some people don't want to talk about it because it's controversial, but an aspect of religion can fall into occultism. So when you have the Catholic Church or even some other religions that people care about, sometimes they cross over into the eighth house, and the eighth house is the underworld and occultism. So this is why you get cults that are a part of religion, because that is the dark side of religion. Remember, humans are flawed, right? So you can't expect religious orders just to be pure and devoid of any selfishness. And this is how you get all types of religion, doesn't matter what it is. This is why a part of it goes into the underworld, into the eighth house of occultism, when you get secret societies, secret cults, secret orders, when you get selfishness, when you get things that are not for everybody, only a certain group can enter into this particular space, and this
also
is how you
other
get that.
people's resources.
Yes.
That also is tied to it as well. And listen, I'm not saying people should have, like, you should accept egregious actions, like we talked about when they stole the music from Rosetta Tharpe. That's not cool, right? Or, when we told you guys about some of the stories we ran into, right? However, though, because that space or the culture that everybody have culture wars within, it's ran on selfishness that's promoted by a corporation.
Right. And like Dom said, some people are more rigid, and she's right about that. This is why you also get so many different types of denominations in religion. There's certain Islamic beliefs that don't approve of other ones, like agnostic Muslims, that they say, that don't exist. But in other parts of the world, that does exist, because my English teacher was an agnostic Muslim, and he talked about the different sets of Islam. Then you have the Christianity, that you have the Protestants, you have the Catholics.
It's a bunch. You can be spending all day listing them.
Right, yeah. You spend, and even with the Jewish faith, because people think Jewish is just Netanyahu. No,
they have their in wars too.
They have a spectrum of different Jewish beliefs as well. So
humans are going to create division. Period.
Right. So because you have all these different sects, some sects are more occultic than others, right? So and this is also how you get infighting in certain religions and all that. But go ahead. But the whole point is,
you said, "But go ahead."
Because I thought maybe I was the one talking. No. That's why you didn't say anything.
No, I didn't say funny. Go ahead. Sid.
So this is why we're going to go into this in more depth on the Patreon. Yeah. But go ahead, Prince.
Just to put this on the screen real quick, Lil Pump has come out and he put Adam 22 on blast. This is posted by the likes of Tasha K. And he says, you know what you are because you were doing things with 16-year-old girls that I was doing with them, even though at the time I was 16 and you wasn't. I'll say that again, folks.
There's an Illuminati button.
All right. Well, he doesn't deserve one.
No, I'm talking about why was
his last name is Grand Mason. So you're right. I stand corrected. We don't know who this cop is. Who is this cop?
Remember, he had lost his deal with Complex because something went on where he allegedly sexually assaulted a woman, and then a lot of people,
handicapped woman.
Yeah, and then a lot of people have alleged was he running around with Lil Pump and teenagers, filming them and their sexual activities.
All right, yo, yeah, this is something Lil Pump came out with.
Teen snipe.
So look, is it true? Are the predators move in flea-ridden flocks? Because it seems like with all of you dust bunnies, the one thing y'all all have in common more than getting money, because the money ain't even important to y'all, it seems like exerting power over children and teenagers.
Wait, there's certain cultic beliefs that are, I say, archaic and destructive and disgusting, that believe and there's some type of magic of introducing children into sexuality inappropriately. Yeah. So not waiting till somebody turns 18, not waiting to mess with other adults. There are certain occultic orders, not all of them, that believe in disgusting thought processes that involve children.
What do you think Baby Jesus was about? Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, listen, I don't know what's going on, but it just seems like, we know what's going on. And to the point here with Russell Brand and all these other folks, they all running, ducking, dodging, hiding in the bushes, no plies. And, really, if you call one of them out, it's just like pulling cheap thread on the Kmart sweater.
Yeah, look at Tiger. Whatever his name is, when people was defending him, talk about they were in the industry and they've seen younger relationships, huh?
What?
Tiger got almost in trouble twice for allegedly messing with teenage girls.
How old is Tiger?
I don't know.
The first time I remember seeing Tiger was put the lime in the coconut. I
didn't even know that he was from the West, because the first time I saw his big ass head is on Young Money when he did the Rack City.
Well,
so I was like,
I mean, a lot of people, we've seen E40 have a resuscitation of his career when he slid down there with Lil Jon and them from the Bay to the A. All right, lime in the coconut. That's the first time I saw him, and then he disappeared. And to Sid's point, he came back with the Young Money thing, So, was it him that had the Transformer chain stolen? Was it the other little nigga? It was the other little nigga that was talking about dark butts.
Well, that's why people don't trust Jermaine Dupri. Now, there hasn't been any type of formal situation with him, but the people have always had the rumors about him with Crisscross. But to get back to the overall point with Russell Brand and with
just because you're the size of a teenage boy don't mean you be in your 40s dating teenage girls.
I know.
It was Young Berg. Yeah, thank you.
Young Berg and actually Tiger do.
Yeah, that's right. It was one of them niggas that got punched in their face.
But
lime in the coconut.
Going back to Russell Brand and Adam 16. They have a lot of hardcore allegations. It looked like Lil Pump may have came out again and said something about Adam 16. But he also mentioned this 2 years ago when he said Adam 16 was messing with teenagers, underage girls, and also filming him having sex allegedly with underage girls.
Yeah, I think people, listen, let's put all of the dustiness to the side of Lil Pump, okay? I think people should revisit his allegations, because he did play Adam 22, did play a major role in his career, assisted in the industry brat being pushed to stardom within just a year. And
it was set by the labels and stuff, yeah. Because look at Academics. Is a weird energy because Academics pushed Tekashi 6ix9ine, who also
Sex Position 6ix9ine
was in trouble with messing with underage girls.
Well, this girl was 13.
Yeah, 13.
He tried to explain it. It didn't make no sense.
Nah, you're a pedo.
Yeah, even Academics was trying to explain. I'm like, why are all y'all around these babies?
They were getting pushed by the record labels. They were getting payola to push this type of stuff.
Well, Sin, you and I know, all right, we was talking to someone, and they told us, even though this individual had talent, they did have talent, they were very gifted, but, somebody did tell us that they told, quote-unquote, made men of the industry. They asked them, we need for this person to be made into a star. We're ready to make them into a star. And what did they do? They put them through the industry assembly line. And next thing you know, they were a very big star. Brief career because they passed away, but they became a very big star. And they were telling us, no, that is the truth. Because we was like, yo, is that really? They said, no, it's the real thing. That, man, if you know people or, people that blow people, that old people that know people that want to blow other people, they do push them through. I mean, while other folks are just working, they like, why can't I just go and blow?
Well, that's why the talents mean nothing. Sometimes these people happen to be talented, and sometimes it's
they
not.
do.
But talent is not the reason why
No.
you get there. Look,
You can get more money out of them if they actually have talent.
And the reason why the people do this egg test, because they feel like, okay, I could be a George Clooney. I can be someone who get a lot of equity in companies and be big, but it's still a risk and a gamble, because you can end up like those who've been trafficked, used, and thrown away, who fall into mental illness or to heavy drug habits, or you may get caught and go to prison, like a Harvey Weinstein. So, some people have ended up so far victorious with their little butt egg situation.
That's crazy.
Allegedly, when I mentioned like those are like the George Clooney allegedly, and then some have ended up in prison like Harvey Weinstein, and some have ended up no longer being here anymore, like what you saw with Jeffrey Epstein. So it's an interesting situation what's taking place right now when it comes to Catch a Predator.
Hey, look, this is a real thing, man. I mean, look, I did this, and folks are going to be disillusioned moving on forward. Look, all of this pro-black stuff don't work in none of this space. All this pro-woman shit, it don't work. Like, look what Carisha did. She said, titties, titties.
Every woman, it's all in me.
I'm a woman, no.
Yeah, there was a porn star, a guy who said he was a feminist, and the whole time he was sexually assaulting women, a serial rapist.
Them the ones you have to watch out too. Them big feminist niggas, the niggas that say I'm a self-professed feminist. Run, woman, run.
Please run, because
run, girl.
Anything somebody says in those industries is to capture you. So if they say I'm pro-black, oh man, we black, you get ripped off and you get fucked.
What's up, my brother? We gonna build together.
I'm a man, and I think women are amazing. I'm a feminist. Yeah. She goes to his house, get raped. So you can't. But it's all pimp talk.
It is. It's
all pimping.
It's whatever I can spin you. It's whatever I can spin you. Right? I mean, you see it in all. Look at a lot of these guys. Some of them are anti-black until a major black rapper is able to sign them to a record label. Okay?
Post Malone.
Some of them hate Jewish people until a think tank pays them. Okay? Some of them hate white folk until they go have sex with one. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it's not my thing. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Yeah, I don't know you,
y'all not trapping us.
Not gonna get me with that one,
Black
motherfucker.
Man, we gotta make money together.
Oh my God, that one right there. So you got to get in.
Black man, we gotta make money together. In fact, Prince, I got an egg here. And let me tell you, brother, this is an important egg. Now, you can't tell nobody about this, but it may sound weird. But believe me, you stick this in your ass.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I'm gonna make you a star.
Listen, I mean, there's Russell Brand chilling with Diddy, and then look at French Montana.
French allegedly was getting passed around.
French looked tired.
French looked like he had 3 eggs up his ass.
Yo, man, French looked tired. Cocaine boys, huh? You know what they say about him and DJ Khaled? That's another one too. There's another one y'all got to watch out for.
3 more minutes before we head over to the Patreon stream, where we can actually go into the folders and actually show the clips of films and stuff where they talking about this stuff.
Yeah. So we talked about that snow situation. Still ain't nobody touched on it. Y'all noticed that? And did y'all know? Because we told y'all about some of these folks that be having their folks watch our stuff, right? Y'all know when we did our snow, not snow the product, but we did snow in
the butt.
Yeah, we did that stream. Did y'all see academics the next day said Drake don't know snow? I said, look at that. Because if y'all know what we posted, y'all know what we posted, what we covered. if that would have gotten out, right? Dunzo. It's just done. There's no way they could explain it. That's why you saw academics come out and say he don't know her. But we know what we saw. We know what's going on.
Well, to your point, they come and watch our show for relief, for the truth, for their souls to hear the truth. And to see a part of themselves. Well, they probably was never a part of nothing because
How many of you all was in that snow stream in the chat?
a lot of them.
Oh, they say, look, SL says, man, that snow ish was aggressive.
Aggressively.
Wasn't it? It was wild, wasn't it? You saw that? Now, you notice ain't nobody touching that one, right? They ain't touching that one. But what did Mr. Prince himself, the one with the African flag, didn't he allude to something like that? About service workers that happen to be of that particular ilk? I mean, no wonder why Hollywood is in defense of all of this energy. Again, to each his own. I even read an article recently. Will Ferrell came out and talked about the same thing. I was like, man. So listen, folks, we're gonna get further into these things. But y'all was there. Y'all was in the snow stream. See, you remember it, right?
Unfortunately. But we didn't go too far with it because I wasn't going to look at no nasty old white man spitting on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
It's gross.
That was disgusting.
I don't like looking at people bodily
I actually
fluids.
had to fast before we started that one. I had to edit that one.
Yeah, I wasn't going to edit that.
Oh, yeah, I had to
like,
edit
I'll
that
let
one.
you take care of that. I ain't editing that.
That's a sin. I'm fasting right now. I'll do it.
He'll be the brave soul to edit that part out.
Yeah. But a lot of that goes on, folks. A lot of that. But yeah, Russell Brand is out here scamming, and apparently Adam 22, he does have a storm going. And boy, Adam 22, get ready. You are going to get cooked. They are going to cook. Y'all know how bad they're going to roast Adam 22 behind all of this?
It should be more than just roasting. He should be in prison. If these allegations are true, he should be in prison. If the allegations are true with we already know people who have intuition, but
we're about to switch over there too, Sam.
Yeah, we about to head over to our
Shouts out to Tomiko too, by the way. We just came up on the second year death anniversary of Coolio. And if I recall correctly, Tomiko actually has the last interview with him. So, again, hats off to you all in the chat. Folks, we're heading over to Patreon right now. Meet us there, okay? Peace. Oh, you can say it again, Cindy. They didn't hear you.
Bye, everyone.
For Patreon.
We're going to Patreon. Peace.